I would like to offer you a warm welcome as a visitor here at Berkeley Castle. My name is Charles Berkeley and I'm the 27th generation of the family here at Berkeley Castle. The castle was granted to my ancestor Robert Fitzharding, a wealthy Bristol merchant, in 1153 by the King Henry II. Berkeley is a marcher castle, built overlooking the banks of the River Severn and situated between Bristol and Gloucester, two important strategic cities. Berkeley is the oldest inhabited castle in Great Britain, and it has been lived in by the same family for over 900 years. The history of England has played itself out here at Berkeley Castle, and many kings and queens have visited, including Henry VII, Henry VIII, Richard II and Elizabeth I. Shakespeare's great play Richard II mentions Berkeley Castle. He also wrote A Midsummer Night's Dream for a Berkeley family wedding. During the Civil War, the castle came under attack, and interesting, it was held by both the parliamentarians and the royalist forces. There is still a breach in that keep wall, which we are forbidden to rebuild even today. One of our most famous stories is of Edward II, King of England, who was imprisoned here at Berkeley Castle and murdered in a most gruesome way. And you will be able to see the holding cell and the dungeon pit next door. In 1574, on one of Queen Elizabeth I's royal progresses through Gloucestershire, she visited Berkeley Castle. The reason for this was that she was looking for a castle for one of her favourites, Lord Leicester. And while she was at the castle, she hunted over 27 stags in one day. This did not go down too well with Lord Berkeley on his return. On your tour, you will see a bedspread made for Queen Elizabeth I on her royal progress, Berkeley, that has been left here. One of the great links we have here at Berkeley is with Dr. Edward Jenner, the founder of immunology, who eventually eradicated smallpox. He was a friend of the 5th Earl and his wife Mary Cole, and would have inoculated the Berkeley family children. This is a most fantastic room, the Great Hall or Banqueting Hall. Many kings and queens would have dined in here with the family, and there have been minstrels and jesters performing to the assembled masses in here. Today it's still used for weddings and banquets. And as you take a walk around that room, you can imagine the centuries of history. Berkeley Church is as old as the castle, pretty much 12th century, and it's still very much used today. We have a lot of the wedding services there, services on a Sunday, and it's a fabulous church connected with the castle, and the name of the church is St Mary the Virgin. Here at Berkeley, it's not all about its rich history. It does have a wonderful collection of furniture, paintings and architecture. Our guides have a first-rate knowledge of the castle and its contents, and I know they will bring the castle alive for you, and you will be enthralled by the stories they have to say. There are, of course, lots of things for children to do whilst on site here at the castle and in the gardens. There are quizzes, there are trails, there are games in the garden, and of course they can dress up and be a prince or a princess, a king or a queen for a day. Berkeley is not just a castle, it's also a family home. Unlike many other houses, my parents still live in a private part of the castle, and it makes it very accessible for visitors to see the family going in and out of their doors, and I hope this continues from my family and the next generations. Growing up here as a child with my brother Henry was magical. We'd explore all the parts of the roof. There were secret doorways and staircases and great games of hide and seek, and often our friends would never find us for an hour until we gave ourselves up. So it was a magical place to grow up as children, and I hope that all who come here and visit enjoy the castle as we did.
In 1955, my father decided to open the castle to visitors because an old castle like this costs a lot to run. We opened on Easter Sunday in 1956, and we were overwhelmed by the number of visitors. And that first summer we had over 100,000 visitors, and that went on the following year and the year after that. In 1976, the family went for a holiday to Guernsey, where they had a butterfly house, and we were all fascinated by it. Hundreds of butterflies flying around and settling on us all. So when we came back, I said, we'll have a butterfly house. So we built a butterfly house, which has been a huge success. Children particularly love it, and it's gone from strength to strength.
So welcome to Berkeley, and I hope you enjoy your visit. My family and I would love to see you here again.
We come every year. There's always a great family atmosphere and lots to keep children engaged and having fun.
Fascinating place with a history and a real feel of medieval England, but with a thoroughly modern facility.
You can go around the castle on your own, but would suggest to view it at its very best, you go on one of their free guided tours. It really brings it to life.
We visited with our 2 grandchildren, aged 6 and 4. The quizzes were very good and the children loved seeing the dungeon.